Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where apparently we ended up losing this county at some point. Or actually, no, that used to be Byzantine, didn't it? We didn't lose that at all. Or did we have that? Maybe it was a succession issue. Regardless, we're going to go in and attack them. What do they have? They have like 2,000 troops? Okay. We're going to do a not super greedy raise. This is a quasi-greedy raise. We'll raise like here. This is a only mostly greedy raise. Cool. We're also above our vassal limit right now, which is a bit of a problem. And is definitely something we want to deal with. There's a dangerous faction here. What is this? Liberty? I don't know that we care about this. Cool. No problem whatsoever there. Fantastic. So, what is our plan after we've eliminated this? Well, we still need to wait out the cooldown with these guys. We are still truced, so we need to wait that out. We need to fight these guys. That is a fairly high priority, and then we'll go into India. The question is, will we actually go into India this episode or not? We've been making some gains out over here, but it's been kind of slow going. But we at this point have virtually all of the coast outside of India. Almost all. Not entirely, but it's certainly getting there. So we will enforce these demands, disband our troops. That got us what we needed. Beautiful. Okay, so we cannot declare on any of this. We hope that our vassals will clean some of that up eventually, but we definitely want to go after this guy next. We just need the county of Gergen. Nothing else are we allowed to take here. Right? Technically, we could take these two counties, but I don't care. We're going to go for Gergen here. So we'll declare that. We'll drop our rally point right here, raising our men-at-arms and some levy troops. This guy has like 10,000 troops. Okay, sure. He hires a holy order. Like 20,000 troops. Okay, sure. That's absolutely fine. No problem whatsoever. This should be enough. We'll head in and get our ticking war score. Our rival died. Always convenient. And our men-at-arms will arrive eventually. About 20 more days on them. Okay. 22,000. We just got matriculations. That's a pretty big deal. And next up, we're going to go for Royal Armory here to be able to build all of the buildings in the game. Cranes will be done in 17 years, Royal Armory in 15. I like it. That's pretty solid. We definitely want to get all of our castles that are not already upgrading to level 4, upgrading to level 4. This is leased to a holy order. Get out of here, you holy order. Okay, so London needs to be upgraded. So does actually all of these castles. All of them to level 4. Beautiful. Up at our capital here, we're still working on constructing this, believe it or not. So we are not able to upgrade that just yet, but we'll come back to that in a bit. Cool. We're not really going to be able to build building upgrades yet, but the holding upgrades will be fine. And we'll get this siege completed. There we go. 4% war score. Sure, show in the count. We are going to need to hand out a vassal, and I would like to get something over here. Actually, we can create this title and give that to this guy. Done. That'll do the trick for the moment. And where's the capital down here? Out over this way? Sure, we'll siege our way there, but that'll take some time. They're sieging our territory, but that's fine. They can do that all they want. We don't have an easy way to get there right now, so it'll just take us some time to get there. Cool. So we're going to proceed down. We have ticking war score on our side. It's currently not possible for them to win. So I think we'll siege here here, here, here. And then from there, we should be able to just walk down over here, fight them here, and then head up to their capital if we need to. We shouldn't need to, in theory. But I think this is reasonably fine. Yes, they're going to siege down here. No, we're not going to do anything about that right now. We'll get there eventually. I didn't mean to spend money on that Bulgarian spear. Sure. So they're making their way up towards us right now. Are they making for the war goal? I believe that they may be making for the war goal here. So the action that we will take is fairly standard. We will split off some levies and send these guys back up over this way. Getting a siege commander in here. They have to be going to the war goal, right? I'm like 95% sure they're going to the war goal. We have them cut off here. Oh, don't go that way. We were so close to going here, and I wanted them to pathfind in like this, not pathfind all the way around here. Very rude. Apparently they don't like using this pass. Okay, I guess that's fine. We'll go over here, and then we'll siege this stuff back and head for their capital. We'll see if we can catch their army, but we're currently in an awkward position where we're in behind their army. I'm not too concerned about it right now, but it will eventually become a problem. Okay, we're going to cut down over this way. I'm not going to directly chase them here. Cool. So we're at 85% war score here, right? This is going to end very soon. Couple more sieges over here. And we're just scouting for them right now. I'm not sure where their army is. Okay, we're going to take back our own territory here. Ticking war score will probably end this. Yeah, ticking war score got it. Fantastic. So we'll disband our troops there. We now control everything other than these two counties here. Now, this guy we can't attack just yet. We're still truce to him. So at this point, we have two options. We can deal with this dangerous faction, or we can attack India and deal with the dangerous faction while attacking India. It's an independence faction. This kingdom is leading it. We can transfer this guy over. We can vassalize this guy. Consider that all done. We can change this queen's contract. Fantastic. Okay, how long until these guys would fire? Let's see if they change on this month tick. No. They're going to fire in about 9 months. I think that we're just going to fight them. It shouldn't be that challenging. And getting them under control would be a big deal right now. This guy wants to buy a truce from us, and I'm pretty sure we're not legally allowed to attack him. That is correct. So we're not going to decline that free money. Cool. I want to check in up here. These castles are all still constructing, but our main castle here, we're going to go ahead and construct our fortress there. Cool. Okay, these ransoms are likely fine. Yes, they are. Cool. So yeah, I think at this point we wait for this independence faction. Since that's definitely going to fire, I don't really want to prevent it from firing either. This should be fine. There's a lot of ransom requests ticking in here. And most of them will be acceptable. Cool. So we're definitely going to fight these. Oh, they're now too weak to send an ultimatum. No, they're not. They're not too weak to send an ultimatum at all. So that was a little weird. Okay. So are you going to remain the war leader? Most likely. We'll drop a rally point in her capital. We can also get rid of 2 vassals, which would be nice to do, for sure. Just checking in over here. We can actually grab the Kingdom of Abyssinia. Consider that done. I'm not sure what the de jure capital is, but I'm going to decree that it's her. Okay. You become the Queen of Abyssinia there. Excellent. And a vassal goes with, but we can toss in a few of these extra vassals that are off over this way. Cool. No problem there. And does this make them too weak to send this ultimatum? That's the question. They're at 70%. So it's going to be another 9 months. Okay. I wish that there was a way to provoke the faction without adding additional people to it. Sadly, there isn't, so I think we're going to have to wait that out. In the meantime, oh, they actually dropped below the threshold here. They're now too weak. In that case, I'm going to simply request a conversion from all of these guys at minus 100. We'll see if it happens. I'd be a little surprised if any of them converted. Actually, that guy does. For a wee cook, sure, but it's okay. The other 2 declined. Or the other 3 declined, rather. But I do believe that that now means that we're not going to really face much of a faction here. Okay. We just became friends with this guy. Sure. Yeah. This faction, I think, is not going to happen. So we should come down over here instead and attack this guy. So we can't really hold this duchy. This one's okay. We can't hold this unless we have the duchy at the end of it. They would have about 40,000 troops. Hello. Now this is intriguing. We could definitely go after this here. It's this guy with all the troops, huh? Oh, he has a lot of military allies. Okay. Good to know. Who all are his allies? All of these guys. Sure. So I think that we will definitely go after some of these at a time. We could simply go after this county. And for the moment, I think that's what we'll do. We'll restrict ourselves to that. And we'll need to raise quite a lot of troops. We need to get broken into this India region here. They brought in a holy order. Okay. And they have around 50k right now. Sure. And this dangerous faction is just instantly back. You know what? I don't want anything to do with it at this point. So we're just going to do something kind of like This doesn't get an alliance. Okay. We could demand this guy's conversion with a hook. I'm going to do that. He might accept it. And we're going to go through the rest of these and demand all of their conversion if we haven't already. That guy we already did. Okay. Cool. Okay. Excellent. So that is fine. Next up, this guy will very likely leave the faction. We can send a gift here. She may end up leaving that faction. We can send a gift here. She will almost certainly leave that faction. We can send a gift here as well. He may leave the faction. Cool. We're giving out all sorts of hooks right now. I don't love it, but it's what we're doing. Okay, we'll bribe this guy as well. Oh, we already bribed him. Cool. I don't want to fight this faction right now. There we go. They're no longer powerful enough, so that's good. At this point, we do need a new steward, and we will put in this queen, the Queen of Africa. We needed around 50,000 troops here. And this guy is taking council rights guaranteed. Very rude. We did complete a fortress, so let's pop over here and see what we've got going on there. That should have been up in Bedford. Okay. So we can't continue to upgrade these. There's nothing really to do there. Cool. We do get a perk here, and we will take professional workforce. That'll be fine. We can stop gathering these guys right now. We have sufficient troops. Our men-at-arms will arrive. Well, that's awkward timing to die of old age, but sure. Okay. So, we shouldn't have had any succession issues. We need to change our primary title over to North Sea. There we go. Much better. We're above our domain limit by 1. That's unsurprising. We can hand out something like Gore here. Wait, which one of these is the county capital? It's London, of course. So we can grant this out. That's fine for the moment. We need to put in our council here. So we'll put in a chancellor. We'll put in a steward. We'll put in a marshal. And we'll put in a spy master. And these factions are going to be a potential problem. That's really awkward timing to die. But we're going to walk in over here. And we're going to get ticking war score on our side. We need the month tick to know how bad this really is. It's pretty bad. Okay. So, we need to get this guy out of here and bounce this faction. We can definitely do this. Cool. So we'll bounce that faction. This faction will now disband. This Liberty faction we can acquiesce to. That's not a problem. Okay, so we can see that their army is out over here. I definitely want to split off our siege force. And these guys can head up over here and try to give battle. We need to wrap up this war as quickly as we can because this succession is going to be potentially spicy. So that independence faction will definitely be a thing. That's awkward. Okay. We'll do something about this here in a moment. Actually, we could do this, like, right now. So... no kingdom titles over here that we can grab. But we can just put this in non-de jure. Into something that it doesn't have to be. So we don't have to deal with them. Like Abyssinia here. So we can grant them over like that. Sweet. So now this queen is who we're dealing with. So we've got this prince here. That's not going to be a very good option. We're not of age, unfortunately, so we can't set up concubines. I want to check in on our siblings here. So we have a half-brother. We have two half-brothers, a sister, half-brother. Okay, we're going to need to invite all of these guys that are unmarried to court. I guess we can demand her conversion, but sure. Cool. So we're going to win these battles up here, there's no doubt about that. And as far as this goes, we could come in and siege over here, sieging our way down to this territory, or we could just come down over here. And I think that's going to be the plan here. Okay, so they've arrived at court. So at this point, we need to get this guy out of the faction. He's got a daughter. We've got a half-brother. Done. Cool. So that'll bounce this faction for a little bit. We need this Liberty faction to fire eventually. And I'm going to want these guys to make their way down over here. Not there. Hang on. Make their way down over here. Cool. We're going to be making for their capital at this time. So the Independence faction will continue to be an issue, and we will continue to bounce it. The Liberty faction is much less of an issue. To be honest, we might be able to deal with this purely through bribery. I'm going to send a gift to literally everyone in this faction and see what happens. This should be quite affordable. Let's spread some cash around here. Because I'd rather not come off of absolute crown authority. If we have to, we have to, and it's not the end of the world. But I would really not want to, if at all possible. So let's try spending some cash here. And it's really not that much cash. Now, most of these are like Duke or Count level, right? We want to get rid of our Dukes and Counts eventually. But for now, that'll do. Oh yeah, a bunch of them left the faction. Beautiful. We could potentially do the same sort of thing with the Independence faction. Now, I do think that that faction is... maybe not the Independence faction, but the Liberty faction is still probably going to fire. But let's see what we've got here. Okay. The Liberty faction is actually going away. The Independence faction, not so much. Cool. So we're heading for their capital here. The Queen of Italy is... we're already betrothed here. That's unfortunate that we have to redo this in order to get the alliance back. I hope that bug is fixed in the latest version, because I definitely feel like that one's a bug. Okay, so we're going to head in over here. We're going to make for their capital after this. Yeah, I'm not surprised that this independence faction is still here. Queen of Africa, huh? Something like that. Cool. No problem there. We're going to hit their capital next. We're going to take some attrition, but I think I'm okay with that. I want this war over with as quickly as possible. And this guy is up here. Okay, sure. That's a little obnoxious, but it's not the end of the world. So we're going to take over their capital here. And this independence faction is still a thing because of the Queen of Brittany. But we can do this. No problem. No, don't walk away. I'm just getting rid of this. Cool. So we've got 50 days left on this siege. The faction disbands. 10 days left. Okay. So we took their capital. At this point, we're going to come up and siege over here. This faction, of course, is still a thing. Zaporizhia now. We still have half-brothers. So that's fine. Cool. We'll get these alliances set up. I don't think we're going to end up having to fight them. The rebels, I mean. And we're going to come back and grab this ticking war score again. But I want to embark. I think we'll get there a little faster that way. And certainly less attrition-y. We're definitely going to need to resupply. There's no doubt about that. So let's make our way around. We're going to grab this, and we are going to split off our siege force again. And these guys are going to walk up over this way. I'd love to resupply here. And so we shall. Okay. We could also fight them, but I do think that a resupply is very much in order. That said, they're very close to us here. There's another option. And that option is raise additional troops. We don't need many of them. But they're going to take a little bit to get here. Come on, troops. Okay, they're walking away. We're going to come siege this back while we get additional troops raised. We're only going to raise like 15 to 20,000 tops. We'll come up over here. We're at 80% war score. Okay, this is good. We're going to head on up. Taking this back. And we're going to resupply this way instead. Cool. They're coming back over towards the Wurgle. I like it. Oh, the independence demand actually fired there. I didn't expect that to happen that quickly. Will not be threatened. And yeah, I didn't expect it to happen quite that fast. This doesn't look too bad. The question is, how will we get there in time? This guy is the war leader. It's going to be awkward. But we need to immediately start heading. How long would it take us to travel there? 17 months. I'm just wondering here. 18 to return home. Well, awkward timing continues to be awkward. Again, I thought that we'd be able to get this war wrapped up before that fired. But that's clearly a miscalculation on my part. Well, we're probably going to be better off not attacking here. We're going to be better off attacking... This is not a war goal. This is not a war goal. Is it only him that's the war goal? I think it's only this guy. We can check, like, up over here. If we want ticking, we have to get down there. There's no other option. Okay. Well, in that case, we will raise up over here. And we may end up hiring mercs here, too. You know what? We'll hire Odin's Valkyries. And that'll do for now. We do need a new Spy Master. And there's another faction here, apparently. Yeah, a Liberty faction. So we're going to try to bribe these guys out of here. We don't need to bribe much out of it. Just get a couple people to leave, and it's no problem. Okay. We'll try that. This war will be over very shortly. I'm wondering if ticking war score will be fast enough. I think it will. It will. Okay, so we end this war. We're out of there. We can definitely revoke this lease. Grant these out. Cool. Okay. Now, this we can acquiesce to. That's not a problem. And I think we're going to have to, most likely. We'll wait for them to pop, but it is past time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode... Our Holy Order here was dismissed. I guess because our piety is too low? Because we're no longer at war with someone of a hostile faith. Fair enough. We're going to hire some mercs in here, but it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to crush this rebellion. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members. That was only 4 people. We definitely have more troops that we can raise here. A very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, JJ Gamer, ALS Gamer, Ken2In, Jensgram, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the channel, and as always, I will see you all next time.